welcome back to my channel. It's Elsa. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how I did this hairstyle. I did French curls using just my hair and hair from Curlsqueen for the ends to get that French curl braided look. So we are doing braids again. I think this is going to be a good hairstyle for a lot of us. As much as I love boho braids, even for me sometimes I'm like, oh man, I gotta do this every day. It's not that much maintenance, but some days I just don't feel like it. And I think this is good. This is a good alternative hairstyle. Just blow dry my hair, not too much because I'm not using any synthetic hair. I'm not using any braiding hair. I'm just braiding my hair, and then I'm gonna add the pieces like starting here. So I didn't want to blow dry it too much because I want my hair to still look thick. If you make it like almost like a silk press, your hair is not going to look as thick. So I didn't want to do too much. There's nothing in my hair except for, what's in my hair? Like moisture sealing lotion. Let me show you guys what the hair looks like. I have 3 bundles. This is like a quarter of a bundle that I have so far on this rack. I think it's going to give the appearance of the French curl braids, because this is like the curl pattern that they use. I don't know how it's gonna hold up once I, have separated and added it to my hair, but this is what the hair looks like. I have 3 bundles. I don't see myself using 3 bundles because I'm not, this isn't boho braids. I'm just using them for the ends. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what size of braids I'm gonna do. I know the last time I did, I was like, not this again, but this hairstyle is gonna be a lot less time consuming since I'm not adding curly pieces throughout. It's literally just the ends. So maybe I'll do that size, but maybe not that small as the last time. This is my first braid. I think I'm gonna start feeding in the pieces here. That way I can braid it all the way like past my hair. And I know it's secure, it's not gonna fall out. No, I think this is a good length. I'm using a little bit of gel to mesh my hair with the extensions. I'm doing my best not to run my fingers down this hair because I don't want the extensions to look so stringy. I'm gonna get like halfway through half of my hair and then I will check back with you guys.
This can't be life if there's a point to losing love, repeating pain. It's all the same. I hate this place, stuck in this paradigm. Don't believe in paradise. This must be when hell is like this. Got to be more sick of this head of mine.
Alright, you guys, it is the next morning. Hair is looking like this. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it.
So for this hairstyle, the part that takes the longest is separating the hair. What I like to do is I like to work in small clusters. So I will take my small section and then I will take some Shine and Jam and add it to the top. So that way I can just gather all the hair so that way they're not falling and it's just easier to get a handle on all the hair. Next, I'm going to start taking super tiny pieces of the hair and adding it to one side of the rack. So once I finish that cluster, I'm going to start making my crochet pieces. So I'll take my tiny piece that I made earlier, and then I'm going to split it into 2. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of gel and combine the 2 pieces together, and then I've made a crochet piece. So depending on the size of the braids you're wanting, your crochet pieces might be bigger or smaller, but for me, I'm trying to make them pretty small so that way they blend into my hair seamlessly, because if they're too big, then you can see exactly where you added them. Once I've made enough crochet pieces, then I'm ready to get braiding. I just do a regular 3-strand braid, and once I get to the length where I want to start attaching the pieces, I'll grab my first crochet piece and then start attaching it to my hair. I use my pointy finger and my thumb and I just push it into my hair, and I want to make sure it's super secure. So I'll braid it a couple of times and then attach my next piece. And I attach at least 3 pieces onto my hair, and then I will just keep braiding. I braid until I get past my own hair. That way I know it's really secure and it's not going to fall out. And then I will try to make the ends skinnier by taking out a crochet piece and moving it aside I braid a little bit further, and it just makes it skinnier so that way it doesn't unravel as easy. I'm also using a tiny bit of Shine and Jam to mesh my hair with the extensions. It just makes it blend a lot more nicer, but that's pretty much it. I think this is a really easy hairstyle to do. All right, let me show you guys again. So braid your hair normally, and then when you're ready, start adding the crochet pieces. Just use your thumb, pointy finger, and push it into your hair. Braid it a couple of times just to make sure that that piece is secure. And depending on how big or small your braid is how many crochet pieces you're going to add to that piece of braid. For most of my braids, that I added at least 3 crochet pieces. I also like to smooth out my braid when it starts to look a little bit bumpy. And then also be careful not to run your fingers through the extensions, otherwise you make your hair look greasy and stringy. The fronts of my hair, which is not as thick as the rest of my hair, I add crochet pieces a lot higher just to give my braid some thickness, so that way the size matches the rest of my braids. Also, the fronts of my hair are shorter, so I keep adding crochet pieces so that way the length matches the rest of my hair. But that is pretty much it.
This top is so cute, but you have to keep pulling it down like that. This is a hairstyle that is great if you like boho braids but you don't like the maintenance of boho braids. I think this is a nice in between from just regular knotless just braids and boho braids, because you just have the added curly pieces at the end, so you don't have to worry about detangling. All you have to do is literally take a brush and brush out the ends, and that's it for the maintenance. There's not a whole lot to do, whereas boho braids, whether you use synthetic or human hair, it's still like there's still some work you gotta do. Since it's human hair, you can put heat in it, wet it, shampoo it, whatever you like, and then brush it out. It's so easy. You just kind of grab where your hair, because you don't want to be brushing the braids. So I would grab it for me like right here and grab my brush. I'll show you how easy this is. So just grab my brush, make sure you hold it tight. Like that's gonna be it for the maintenance. It's super easy. I know a lot of people don't really, this top is making me mad. A lot of people don't like that boneless looking hairstyle, because I think this is what it is, because they're like really skinny, but I like it. I actually really like this. If you want your braids to look a little bit more thicker, if you don't necessarily like this look where your braids look boneless, then you can just use synthetic braiding hair to give your braids thickness and then add the human at the ends. I just want you guys to see how tiny this ponytail is and how easy it is going to be to style it, because it's just so light. So you know, when you have fresh braids, don't style it too soon. You need to just give your braids some time to like loosen and relax before you go straight to styling. At least that's for me, because otherwise you'll start ripping your hair out. What I did this morning, because the way I wrap my hair, I always get these ridges like in the braids around here, and I hate that, especially when I want my braids to look straight. So the nice thing is, since I'm not using synthetic hair, I literally just take a flat iron and I just straighten my braids so they sit like really straight. You really don't have to do that, but I just like my braids to look like straight like that. So I'll probably do that once in a while and just like straighten it out. This is a hairstyle that will come out differently on everybody, especially if you do this method where you're just using your hair and then adding the extensions at the end. So if your hair is like chin length, then it would look like you would add the pieces starting where your hair ends or just above it. This hair is 24 inches, so it would come out like the length would be a little bit like here, which I think is still like a really nice length. Even if you have short hair, that's just enough to do braids. This would look so cute. Like I think this is such a versatile hairstyle that would work on everybody. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you to Curlsqueen for sending me this hair. I'll put all their information in the description box, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.